Have you ever been that friend who can instantly tell when someone's feeling a little off, even if they swear they're fine? They're saying, "I'm okay," but you're over here feeling like you've been hit with a tidal wave of their secret sadness. Or maybe you cried over a pizza commercial because it was just so moving. If so, you might be an empath. Today, we're going to explore what being an empath actually means, how to tell if you are one, and some of the hilarious ways it can make life interesting. So if you think you might be a human feeling magnet, stick around. All right, first things first. What the heck is an empath? Let's get one thing straight. It's not some superhero power, though it might feel like it. Basically, an empath is someone who really tunes into other people's emotions. I'm talking about walking into a room and immediately knowing who's happy, who's sad, and who's mad at their ex, without anyone saying a single word. And no, it's not just about being empathetic. We're talking about full-on emotional GPS here. An empath doesn't just sense emotions, they feel them like they're their own. Let's put it this way. If empathy is a thermostat, being an empath is like being the entire AC unit. It's intense. Imagine every little emotional vibe hits you, no matter what. Someone's in a bad mood? Congrats. Now so are you. Someone's thrilled? Boom. You're riding that wave too, my friend. It's like having an emotional mixtape of everyone around you on repeat. Okay, so how can you tell if you're an empath? Number one, you absorb emotions faster than a sponge. Ever felt totally fine and then bam, you're sad, anxious, or stressed for no apparent reason? Oh wait, there was a reason. Someone nearby was feeling those exact emotions and you picked it up like it's free Wi-Fi. It's like you're the human equivalent of those environmental testing kits. Happiness detected or warning, extreme stress ahead. Number two, alone time is your best friend. An empath in a crowd is like a phone on 1% battery. You're hanging on, but barely. Social events can be exhausting. You need alone time to recharge, kind of like taking a nap for your soul. If you're constantly scheduling me time on the calendar, you might be an empath. Or, at the very least, an introvert who's already tired thinking about next Saturday's party. Number three, crowded places are like emotional assault courses. If big crowds make you feel like you're in a blender set to pulse, welcome to empath life. Concerts, malls, packed subways, these are all situations where you're suddenly hit with 100 different emotions all at once. Just grabbing some cereal at the grocery store, suddenly you're in someone's breakup scene or experiencing an existential crisis in aisle 5. Number 4, you cry at the drop of a hat or a cute dog commercial. Empaths often have all the feels, and they feel them intensely. If a commercial with soft music and a lost puppy makes you tear up, it's probably because you've got an empath's heart. You're not just watching, you're emotionally adopting that puppy. And don't even get me started on those movies where the dog dies. Oh man. Number 5, you're a human lie detector. You have a built-in spidey sense for people's true vibes. Someone says they're fine, but you're picking up on the distinct smell of BS. An empath can tell when words don't match feelings, like they're on a mission to sniff out hidden emotions. It's like emotional X-ray vision, which sounds cool, but can lead to a lot of secondhand stress. Number 6, you're everyone's personal therapist, even if you're totally unqualified. People just seem drawn to share their life stories with you. You could be minding your own business, sipping coffee, and suddenly a stranger is telling you about their recent breakup or why their childhood dog traumatized them. If people constantly offload their life stories to you, it's not because you're nosy. It's because you're an empath with a giant invisible "free therapy here" sign. But let's get real. Being an empath can be exhausting. So here's a few fun challenges empaths deal with. First, emotional whiplash. 1 minute you're chilling, having a good time, and then bam, someone's bad mood slaps you across the face. Suddenly, you're feeling anxious, sad, or even irritable, and you have no idea why. Spoiler alert, It's not you, it's them. Empaths can experience emotional roller coasters just by existing near people. Number 2, you have the can't say no syndrome. You want to help people all the time. This means you probably have a to-do list that's 90% other people's stuff. Saying no feels borderline impossible because, well, you just get how much they need help. And while that's super kind, it's also a one-way ticket to Burnoutville. Number 3, random physical symptoms for emotional problems. Yup, empaths can literally feel sick from other people's stress. Ever notice weird headaches or stomachache when your friend is freaking out? It's like their emotional vibes are contagious. Not the kind of superpower you'd ask for, but it's there. Number 4, taking everything personally. You're wired to care, maybe just a little too much. Someone doesn't say hi? You're wondering if they secretly hate you. Nancy Drew over here is piecing together clues of imaginary drama that isn't even there. But hey, at least you're thorough. All right, so being an empath isn't all stress and people-pleasing. There are some solid perks too. First, you're an amazing listener. Empaths are basically professional listeners. You're the person people come to when they need to talk. And you really listen, like deep, soul-level listening. People love having you around, even if you sometimes get emotionally drained from being the world's most unofficial therapist. Second, you experience life in Technicolor. Since you feel emotions so deeply, you experience life in full force. Sunsets, beautiful. Music, transcendent. Random acts of kindness, tears of joy every time. Sure, it's a lot, but it's also kind of magical. Number 3, your intuition is spot on. If you're an empath, your gut instincts are like your BFF. You've got this built-in alarm that let you know when something's off, which means you're rarely caught off guard. Basically, you're a natural people reader, and that comes in handy more than you think. Number 4, you find beauty in little things because you're so in tune. You see beauty where others might miss it. A smile from a stranger, the sound of rain, a kid's giggle, all of it feels deeply significant. You might get called sensitive, but really, you're just attuned to the world's finer details. Now, being an empath has its ups and downs, but it doesn't mean you have to suffer. So here are some ways to keep yourself from going bonkers. First, learn to set boundaries. Boundaries aren't just suggestions, they are a necessity. Start practicing no in the mirror if you have to, because saying it is going to be your saving grace. Protect your energy like it's your Wi-Fi password. 2, take regular me time. Your alone time is sacred. It's the reset button for your brain. Make sure to schedule it, guilt-free. A quiet corner and a cup of tea might be all you need to feel like yourself again. 3, visualize a bubble of protection. I know it might sound goofy, but picturing yourself in a bubble can help keep negative energy out. So imagine yourself walking through the world in a protective shield. Think of it as your emotional raincoat. 4th, practice self-care like it's your job. Sleep, eat right, exercise, and do things that make you feel good. Self-care isn't just a buzzword for empath, it's actual survival. So treat it seriously. Now, be a good empath and feel my desperation to grow this channel. So click the subscribe button and like the video before you go. As always, don't forget to spread loving kindness to all beings around you and be the change you want to see in the world. Thanks. See you next time.